Six of Cups in reverse is being stuck in the past, lamenting decisions and actions, a need to forgive others, letting people in need, letting people in, a need to deal with regret. So you're spiritually not feeling it. Maybe you've lost a puppy or a dog or something, or when you were a child, you're thinking about how this dog or some companion or friendships. Doesn't have necessarily be an animal, but for a lot of us, it may be, right? Could also be just a best friend you used to have, or someone, all kinds of things that could be you're dwelling on that you don't feel was fair or not right or upset you in some very emotional way potentially because I think you have the Hangman and other cards here. Spiritually, you're just not feeling it in September. Um, you need to having to forgive something that is hard to forget, right, or hard to just let go. It's something very important or very valuable, or because you have the physical card in reverse as well. So my heart goes out to you, and I hope whatever it is that you need in your life for you to get in alignment with spiritual aspect of yourself, I hope you get it. Strength is courage, calmness, quiet strength, influence, graceful leadership, gifted healer, purity of thought and heart, spiritual matters, compassion, sometimes lust or animal instincts. So, intellectually, you understand what Six Cups is all about, and you're not denying it. You're not, you're gonna probably need some time and take out and be patient and work forward and move in the correct order or the right time when you're ready, kind of thing. But your mind is strong in September, so you're not gonna. I don't think you're gonna have a lot of mental breakdowns or freakouts or erupt on people. I don't think that's a thing. I think you're just, it's just one of those things, I guess, or just it's a little difficult to understand or comprehend. It's like you would never understand. You didn't have to, what people say about you can't possibly understand what I've been through, or things like that. We say, "Oh, I understand." Well, maybe we don't, but maybe we understand that people won't understand. You know what I mean? Like I understand that people won't understand that what you or can't comprehend what you've been through or whatever. So I'm not telling you how or what to do. That's up to you to figure out, right? But I'm saying you got strength and you know what to do. So I ain't gonna tell you. You don't need to be told. But this is all about just helping you see yourself a little bit better, maybe. I don't know. Because sometimes we neglect to pay attention to the other aspects of ourselves when we're all caught up in our heads. Three of Wands in reverse, not dreaming big enough, fear coming up to block your movement, delays. She's not wanting to go out and surf. She's like, wait, what if there's a tsunami? What if there's a crazy storm? Or what if a shark or whatever? This is the physical aspect of yourself. So this is finances, environment, your home life, physical, materialistic things, whatever it is for you. Maybe there's a vehicle trouble or transportation issues, physical connections that you're having trouble with. You're afraid that you maybe do the wrong thing. Maybe your experiences in the past have said what you've done before may not be working anymore and you need to adapt and change potentially. I'm not sure exactly. This could also mean with investments, money, any of those kinds of things. So you're kind of afraid of making a mistake because it could cost you big. I don't know for sure, but there's something going on with your physical aspect of yourself and not sure or not wanting to do it because of what potentially may have happened or is happening or something like that. I'm looking at other cards here, and it's just it kind of reminds me of Edgar Allan Poe. He's kind of had a very dramatic life with all of his experiences. If you ever want to look it up and see what he's been through, to help relate, maybe. I don't know. This is tough. I'm sorry, Virgo. It looks like September is not a very good month for you potentially. But maybe it's a good month in another way. Maybe we can see some blessings in disguise and help you grow, maybe. I'm not sure exactly, but let's continue. Ten of Swords. Painful endings, crisis, being stabbed in the back, an opportunity to find deep healing, an opportunity to find hope and resiliency. So I think that this is the social aspect of yourself. So maybe it's an opportunity, to find hope, resiliency, healing from pulling away and turning your back on whatever it is that potentially caused you a lot of your personal issues or personal frustrations or whatever you're contemplating about. The crows or ravens, they have a lot of wisdom of how, you know, the dark or negative or shadow aspects of ourselves, right? Because there is a shadow here. If you can imagine, there's a shadow right here that we can't necessarily see, but you can see that there's some kind of shadow, and obviously the sun's over here shining down, and her back's got the shadow, right? So being aware of your shadow aspect of yourself is one of the most difficult things to do in life, um, and that's probably the blessing in disguise. Being aware of, you're not perfect, right? You didn't. You may have done things you shouldn't have done, maybe socially, right? Or said things maybe you shouldn't have said, and that's probably part of why you're like got this going on with the strength, 3 wands, and 6 cups. It's like it's not easy to deal with those kinds of things, and I can't say I understand. It's frustrating. So just like you can't say you understand what I've been through, right? It's frustrating for me too. All right, so the Hanged Man here is surrendering to the will of the cosmos, an intentional pause, reflection, letting go, embracing the new, realigning with your heart and purpose, new wisdom found, spiritual teaching, sacrifice, enlightenment. So, your emotional aspect of yourself knows that there's a new perspective to be had for you. And, your intellect and your heart are aligned. Your social is telling you about looking at the shadow aspect of yourself. Your heart is like, yeah, get a new perspective. Let's move forward. You have the strength to do it. You know what's up. I don't really need to say much. I'm just talking to hopefully assist you with something. And, it's the physical and spiritual that you're kind of having a little bit of challenges with, right? But your heart and your mind are in the right place, and you'll work it out, and things will be great for you. It's one of those times where you just gotta take it slow and day by day until it gets better. Born with a gift, you, dear one, have been given something beyond price, rare and treasured, and magical beyond compare. This is the gift of true treasure, an egg of knowledge, within which is sealed thousands of memories and messages from the wise ravens. When this card comes to you, you know that you are being given the gift of time to be used wisely, and the gift of knowledge and wisdom to be applied, and that you are being asked to treasure this and to no longer consider your own gifts to be less than those of others. You are a keeper of the treasures, and your words and your thoughts and your energies, which you will now share with the world, are multiplying and gathering power in every moment. You have thought of yourself as small, yet you are an immense in influence. You have thought of yourself as insignificant, and yet you have powers that can be shared and used for good for all time. And you have thought of yourself as unworthy, and yet you have been given the gift of the raven's treasure. Right there, shadow aspect, shadow soul. And the ravens are amongst the most intelligent and wise of the flying ones. Know now that you are the caretaker of this bright gift of your life, and begin to release the treasures that you have been holding so tight. Believe in your own worthiness and begin to share that you have with others. You are prosperous, and more than that, you give and share and offer the gifts that return to you will prove to you that you are gifted with a true prosperity, a lasting wealth, and the ability to recall and remember the gifts of time. Most of all, dear one, no longer waste your time. Enter into the treasure of this gift immediately. No more hesitation. When it comes to you as it will, share. 10th house, the world. The desire for fame tempts even noble minds. Fame in the world at large. In astrology, the 10th house, which is at the top of the zodiac, embodies the masculine principle and represents the father or a primary male influence, or at least a very powerful, influential man. And it can also represent the man in a woman's life, because the 10th house can also represent, because the 10th house opposes the 4th house, it can sometimes represent the woman or the mother in your life. But mostly the 10th house stands for reputation and standing. This is an ambitious card. It's about owning the world and being on top of the world. It is the ultimate card to have for when you need to be confident in what you are doing and to go for what you want and nothing less. Because the 10th house is the house of Capricorn, it indicates you are about to put forth a diligent and concentrated effort. The climb and the advancement of your reputation is what the 10th house card means when it turns up in your spread. I also just suggest looking at everything as the big picture, since the 10th house is ruled by Saturn. Being required to tell the truth or to be honest will have great bearing on how you advance your goals. People will discuss what you're doing, what you have started or are about to make. You may be contacted by the media, become recognized, or at least you will see your efforts in some public forum. The matter in hand may have something to do with governments, traveling to other lands, or encountering foreigners, or it could just mean your ambitions are about to gain momentum. Layers of illusions will be removed. Your essential self disclosed. This could be in a relation to the public or a possible love interest. If a love interest, they could be older or more established, or they will work along beside you in meeting your goals. If this card comes up, and it can sometimes mean playing along with the status quo to get ahead. Could be to do with paying your dues, grabbing what you can, and taking advantage of a situation. This card suggests how high you can go in this lifetime, or at least concerning the issue at hand. Since it symbolizes the world, it also represents the earth. So working the land or acquiring land is something that may come into play and can therefore denote growth, crops, plants, farmers, and farming. Since Saturn plays in, this card can also represent a reaper, such as in you reap what you sow. So with the 10th house card, you get back what you give. In essence, though, this is the primary card of fame and infamy, your legacy and what you will become known for. It is the house of success and failure, and this card will tell you of what will likely come about, depending on the surrounding cards and upon the energies that surround you at the current time. Truth and honesty will decide this matter. The universe is supporting you now. Tree of Life. Create strong foundations to support future goals and aspirations. The breath of life is all around us, self-sustaining. The universe tree of life provides a gateway to connect us to the knowledge of self. You are deeply connected to the universe and the world around you. When you respond to the actions and reactions of the earth, its people, you ultimately decide how you will grow and thrive. The tree of life requires you to look at your breath and to ground yourself in the present moment. Nature does not concern itself with the future. Plants know exactly what they need to do in any given moment. Living in the present will provide you with more time. Your presence is all that is required right now. You are strong and resilient. Hold your space. Where are your roots? Plant and keep your feet firmly on the ground now. Any sudden change may cause instability in your personal life. Dig your roots deep into the earth to create a firm foundation that you can build from. Are you relying too much on the support of others to help you grow? You have the answers within you to determine your direction of growth, but you must be willing to face your inner self and core beliefs. With solid nurturing and time, you will begin to see results. Family matters are of concern now. Be open to solutions to achieve the outcome you desire. Be careful with decision making. Compromising too much over an issue will leave you feeling powerless. Like a branch on a tree, growth will occur in an area that supports the core structure, or it will break and drop in order to maintain the overall strength of the tree itself. You may need to drop a branch or two to solidify your point of view or to reach a resolution. Patience is key. An affirmation to say to yourself is, I am unified through presence and action. My strength is supported with loving roots. Hey Virgo, this is your 5 aspects of yourself reading for October 2021. Virgo, October of 2021. spiritual, we got 2 of Wands. For intellectual, we've got 5 of Wands. For physical, we got Cthulhu, Devil. For social, we've got Knave of Discs or Page of Pentacles. And for emotional, we've got 5 of Swords. Angel Arena message for Virgo, October 2021. Israfel, Angel's Song. Mausoleum message for Virgo, October 2021. The Thinker, Father of Knowledge. The Enchanted Map message for Virgo, October 2021. Metamorphosis